Hello, Ray Phoenix here. Welcome to Let's Play Ratchet Deadlocked Part 6. We're at the part that I feared the most, part where they have those garbage crushers like the ones they have in the Death Star. Only they're more like those ray shield things from Star Wars Episode 1. The one thing that prevented Obi-Wan Kenobi from saving his master from Darth Maul in the one battle that ultimately sealed the fate of the entire galaxy. It all happened because of these ray shield door things, these ray doors, whatever you call them. And they're going to be crushing us right now. They're not going to be an issue for us. They're not going to seal the fate of our galaxy, because we have tons of close-range weapons that we could easily use to eradicate all these enemies in the blink of an eye. We have to manually tell our robot friends to constantly spin those light-up sphere ball things around every so often to keep the doors from crushing us, so we could go and mow down these enemies with our weapons when getting them more upgraded. There's something like this one weapon after this I think it's called the Vulcan Cannon or something like that. We've had it the longest, and it's still only been at version 4, and yet I have the fusion rifle, which I just got like a video or two ago. I got like 2 videos ago, and it's like at like level 6 already, level 5 actually, but still, it's like this has been upgraded a lot. I've been using it a lot because the fusion rifle is by far the best weapon in the game. It's good at being a short-range weapon and a long-range weapon too. You rarely ever see weapons that are capable of being both of those things. They said it was impossible. They said something like that can never exist. Well, clearly it does exist, and it's in this game. I'm using it right now to destroy all these enemies, all these unlucky enemies that came today thinking they were going to be successful at killing Ratchet, only for them to get murdered by Ratchet as well too. Ratchet the murderer. Maybe that's why the people on Vox News or whatever it's called are going to be using that as like proof. Oh, look at Ratchet. He's a cold-blooded murderer. He's going in and killing all of them like they're nothing. Well, we're expected to kill all of them like they're nothing, and we were pretty much drafted into this battle too. We were pretty much brought here against our own will. It's not like we had a choice not to fight. We're not going to get very far in this game if you're a pacifist that refuses to fight and just throws down your weapons. I don't think there is a pacifist run of this. Can you beat Ratchet Deadlocked without killing any enemies? I think the answer to that question is probably no, unless you like exploit cheats or possibly glitches or something like that in the game to get through this game without killing a single enemy. Ratchet and Clank as a pacifist. Yeah, that sounds impossible. What's next? There's Star Wars Battlefront 2 as a pacifist? There actually is something like that, actually. Someone attempted once. I don't remember if they were successful at it or not. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is a huge community of challengers in this day and age. Almost every game nowadays has it's like people still want to enjoy their favorite old games. They want to do different things in them to pump new life into them and to make them more, interesting. So they come up with these freaky new challenges as a way to make the games more challenging, to make them, give them a new twist on the game. I was going to another one of these routine battle arena type things, these circular battle arenas that I think we've all known way too well. I've been introduced to right from the beginning. This would be their fusion rifle to pick off one shot, one kill, pick off all these enemies. It says 12 shots. I mean, you can in theory get up to 12 kills. But of course, we're going to be collecting ammo pickups, ammo refills, which is going to give us more than that. Sometimes it almost seems like we have an infinite amount of bullets. So when this weapon's fully upgraded, we're going to carry like 16 bullets or so. It's going to be enough to blast down whole regiments in just one shot. One press of the circle button and your whole entire regiment is gone. Yeah, sounds like a real bargain. There's a way to get that weapon. Is just keep using the weapon we have right now. Just use it to keep killing our... I think there was one right there. I don't know. He just blinked and he was gone. Just jump and you can destroy these dropship things in like 4 hits or so. I think we killed that guy. We killed that guy. There we go. Now we're at version 6. Level 6 or Leheru 6, or however you'd say that. Let's see the Ru letter in there. That thing looks like in JL. It makes a Ru sound. Mostly just katakana, which is what we'll be seeing a lot of in this game. They're dropping these turret things which should easily be destroyed in one shot from our fusion rifle, the best. Yeah, the fusion rifle probably is one of the best weapons in this game. It might be the best, or maybe the second best. I think the other weapon that closely rivals it as being the best weapon in the game is going to be collected by us pretty soon, because we're going to unlock it pretty soon, and we have way more than enough bolts to buy it. You're not doing yourself any favors by holding on to bolts. You might as well just buy stuff with it as soon as you can. Still one of the biggest issues of this level, or reasons why this level took such a long time to complete, is simply because I run out of bullets a lot, run out of ammo a lot, It's really hard to ration your ammo properly so you could kill all the enemies. If you had more weapons, this wouldn't be as bad of an issue. Or if you had the Quacko Ray, it wouldn't be much of an issue either. I don't even consider the wrench to be a real weapon in this game. There's not really much point in using a wrench because you're going to have to get close to the enemies. If you get close to almost any enemy in this game, especially on hard mode, they're just going to rip your head off in the blink of an eye. The wrench is kind of useless a lot of the time in this game. I mean, sure, the wrench does get upgraded soon. Eventually gets upgraded to a point where it's like where you can see it's on fire and supposedly spreads fire to anything it touches. We don't get that upgrade till very late in the game, but it becomes kind of useless again because we're not going to be able to get close to the final boss or the final enemies of the game without getting scorched. So it's also kind of a useless. Yeah, this probably is the most useless Omni wrench we'll see in the series, is probably in this game. They should have given us a Quacko Ray or something like that. I think we cleared all the missions, all the challenges on that planet, so we go to the next planet, or the next thing that's going to be telling us to get to with our with this transport thing. That thing looks like a carrier be carrying a bunch of troops for a war. Oh, look, I think it's taking us back to our main homeworld. Yeah, this is the main homeworld, this main space-age homeworld. It's gonna show where Ratchet's gonna brag about the battle he just went into, to how awesome it was to kill Shell Shock, and to completely rip apart all his enemies. Yeah, he's becoming a cold-blooded killer. He could very well be a valued member of the Marine Corps, or whatever their equivalent is in the Marine Corps in this galaxy. He'd please any drill sergeant easy. The drill sergeant wouldn't get laryngitis as much if everyone was like Ratchet. We're getting another news report from Vox News. They're doing more Ratchet bashing, making it seem like Ratchet's a bad guy by just doing a really crappy Adobe Photo Deluxe and put Ratchet's face on the bad guy from Secret Agent Clank in the previous game. Still use Adobe Photo Deluxe because it doesn't look professional at all. It looks very... The same with that too. Let's say I just took Adobe Photo Deluxe and did the opposite of that red eye correction. Instead of removing the red eyes, it added red eyes to him. Yeah, back in the good old days when cameras sometimes made your eyes look red. Yeah, I remember those days. I don't really see much anymore. There's Ace Hardlight. They're praising Ace Hardlight again, making it seem like, oh, he never does anything bad. He's better than Ratchet in every way possible. Something they're constantly drilling into the heads of the people that are in this game. It's going about more crap about different warriors, different battle things. The thing, Ace Hardlight's not a match for me. Ratchet could beat Ace Hardlight easy. And as they say all this crap about Ace Hardlight, oh look, speak of the devil. He's here, he's gonna badmouth us too. I think this is the first time we actually meet one of the villains up front. He's just gonna be bashing us and talking about how he's so much better, and bragging about how he's great. I wish I could just take my fusion rifle right now and blast his head off. Yeah, this game would be so much better if I could do that. Oh, we'll get our opportunity for that in time. We're back at the homeworld now, just running around this yellow monkey, where this yellow pants monkey, where the only weapon we're allowed to have is the Omni wrench. Break these little like light things on the side and collect a few bolts, a few extra bolts. Yeah, it's like stealing 7 cents from a donation thing. Yeah, he broke out of prison just so he could steal 7 cents from a Salvation Army Santa Claus. There he bought the weapon that rivals the fusion rifles being the best weapon in the game, and we bought a wrench upgrade too. And we still have tons of bolts left to spare from all those failed attempts that I made. Still get to keep all the bolts from your failed attempts, and they all add up, and then that's how you pretty much become rich in this game. That's how you become a millionaire in this game, by saving up all your bolts, collecting everything. So I have a slightly better arsenal now. Now they have that extra weapon. The fusion rifle's gonna hate me for that, because it's like now I have something that might very well be better than the fusion rifle. I think it might be able to hold even more shots, more bullets when it's fully upgraded. I don't know about, but yeah, we have I think it holds 14 shots of this fusion rifle now that it's got some more upgrades. Here we go. Here's our rocket launcher. I think that's what it's called, the roll. I can see it says rocket. I don't know the best at reading. I think it says rocket launcher, rocket something. Still it says rocket in there. It's reading Katakana. So it looks like a postage stamp to me from whenever I'm seeing it in my video editing software. So don't worry, I'm not playing the whole game like it's a postage stamp. I already recorded this, and now it's just going through my video editing software where I'm looking over it. where I look over the footage again, make sure if it's good or not. There's a lot goes into the making of these Let's Plays, a lot more than people realize. I mean, I never really thought much of this stuff back in the days I've been watching YouTube Let's Plays. I've been watching YouTube Let's Plays for like well over 15 years now. I remember back in like the late 2000s I started watching them and thinking I'd always wanted to do that one day. And now here I am making Let's Plays when no one else cares about them. Oh boy, I hope this dead art comes back from the dead. It deserves to come back from the dead. People deserve to have Let's Plays, good old quality Let's Plays again. Especially with games that don't really get a lot of Let's Plays. Don't really get much coverage, or variants of games that don't get much coverage, like this variant of the game. I never really knew Ratchet & Clank got released in Japan until more recently. And it was awesome in Japan. It actually was very successful in Japan. This Ratchet & Clank for all the right reasons. Because Ratchet & Clank deserves to be well-liked all over the world. It's quite a shame that one movie they had didn't do very well. Ratchet & Clank can make an awesome movie franchise, a film franchise. Yeah, they get one movie, and I heard it sucked. I never bothered to watch it because I heard it sucked. I don't really like wasting my time watching bad movies, so I never watched it for that reason. I also never watched Never-Ending Story 3 for that same reason either. I only know that Jack Black was in, he plays a high school kid. See a bunch of other people in their 40s and they're playing high school kids. Wonder if when I'm 40 years old I'll get a job playing a high school kid in some movie or a low-budget show maybe. Some crappy show that was just made of a budget that you could find in the cushions of your couch. I'm just gonna snipe out that guy, or like I was shooting all those foreign things at me. Just go and blast him from far away with my fusion rifle. Or just give until the enemies just trying to get a little bit stronger. It took me 2 shots with the fusion rifle to kill that thing. The fusion rifle is mostly 1 shot, 1 kill. And it took me 4 shots to kill that thing. These guys can be running up to us, trying to slash us out, trying to slash our heads off, and just go and blast them with a rocket launcher. Yeah, I'm mostly going to be relying, once a rocket launcher gets like up to speed with the fusion rifle and gets well upgraded, it's probably going to dominate my entire arsenal. It might get to a point where it's going to be like the exclusive main weapon I'll pretty much be using for pretty much everything. Yeah, exclusively relying on one weapon. Well, if there's one weapon you can exclusively rely on, it'd probably be the rocket launcher or the fusion rifle, one of those 2 weapons. Or if you have both of them, that would be the best. And they have these turrets, these laser turret things around. You like use the refractor somehow to like channel their laser energy back at enemies. There's no refractor in this game. There aren't even really any gadgets in this game other than that hyper shot thing. You just swing like Spider-Man. It's been a staple in pretty much all the Ratchet & Clank games that we swing from things like Spider-Man. And doing the occasional platforming moment, which is actually quite rare in this game. I was holding on to the L2 button so I could strafe while I jump on these. So I could see any enemies coming up ahead and blasting them. In fact, I kind of have to constantly hold down the L2 button and the R2 button, make Ratchet strafe around everything. It's pretty much what you're expected to do for the entirety of this game. To make it feel more like you're playing Star Wars Battlefront or something like that. This game is more similar to Star Wars Battlefront or Star Wars Battlefront 2 than it is to a traditional Ratchet & Clank game. And yet, it's my 3rd favorite Ratchet & Clank game. Enemies come at you from all angles, kind of like in Ghosts and Goblins, and there we go. That challenge is now completed. I won 6,000 bolts for that. Not that that's really a lot. It's like, yeah, congratulations, you just took on a death-defying risk that could have got you killed, and your prize for that is $6. That's right, you won $6 for that. And where are you going to buy that $6? Well, maybe go over to the convenience store and buy a pack of gum for that much. They still need to add an additional 60 cents to that too, because that's not because $6 alone is not enough to buy a pack of gum at the convenience store anymore, thanks to inflation. And then that's why Francis had to buy Mountain Lightning instead of Mountain Dew, also because of inflation. And he blamed Obama for all of that. Not to have to buy all that. Maybe he doesn't need to drink that stuff at all. Maybe he'd be in better shape if he didn't drink that stuff. Maybe that's why they tax it so much is so that he would drink less of that. So he might, wouldn't have all the health issues that he later had. Yeah, I don't know if I should feel sorry for him or not. He had his fortune. That Francis guy, that Boogie, whatever his name is, he had his fortune and fame. He had his fortune and fame. And, he kind of just misused what he had, and, well, he ended up the way he did. I don't really feel bad for people like that. He got a chance and he kind of blew it. I hope I never become like that in the future. I don't think I ever will. No one even knows what I look like on YouTube. And that's a good thing. It's not good to always show what you look like. No one knows what I actually look like, and that's a good thing. Climbing up in this part here, you step on the platforms and they fall down after standing on. Those have been in games for I don't know, for decades. Even before this game came out, there's quite a pretty old concept and pretty standard old concept in these games. Jump on there, jump off there, jump there. You see the Vox logo in the background. Vox Sport. It looks like the V. Tell there's a big V in it. Stylized V for Vox Sports. I remember there was a company called Vox, I think, that made intercoms or something like that. I remember seeing them somewhere. I know I also saw them in I'm pretty sure The Simpsons had an intercom that said Vox on it. I think Hey Arnold's may have had something like that too. Or maybe it has some company with a similar name. I know there was Magnavox. I don't know anything to do with. I don't know if Magnavox ever made internet comm systems. I know they made VCRs. They made both VCRs my grandma owned. The first one that she got in 2004 that broke down 2 years later from watching the Country Bears on it. And then there was the other one she got that she had for almost 18 years. And that eventually broke and it destroyed my tape of Tarzan that I got for Christmas in 2000. Go figure. I think V. Westlife answered my question too as to why it died. Something on the inside oxidized, which tricked into thinking it was turned off or something like that, and it caused it to malfunction. That's when he made that video about the little last gas VCRs. There's VCRs that made when VHS is near the end of its lifespan. But I did get a replacement for it. A good old replacement from the 90s, back when VCRs were still at their peak. Yeah, VCRs are still awesome. I heard they're making a comeback again. Gen Z really loves them. And I'm starting to make art that looks like it was recorded on VHS as well too. VHS, sorry, it's trying to dominate my art collection as well too. Well, it doesn't dominate yet. I'm pretty sure it will eventually. This is kind of a popular trend too, to make art that looks like it was filmed on VHS. And now it's telling more crap about Ratchet, saying stuff that he does, all the bad things that he does, and Al is becoming a bit of a putty. He's going very gullible. He's going to say, Ratchet, how could you have done such a bad thing like that? You destroyed the nursing home, you destroyed several schools, and you shot up a post office? Why would anyone do something like that? Well, you don't believe that nonsense rubbish they have on the news, do you? Yeah? Oh, let's be good automatons and believe everything we hear about on the news, because the news is always right about everything, right? Especially when it's Vox News. They never lie about anything. Vox News is always the truth, and nothing but the truth. Ratchet's the greatest villain in the galaxy based on what they have said. Ray Phoenix, signing out.